So I want to talk about definitions because definitions are changing and we keep operating in relationships as if they're not. Because, for example, like with communication in a relationship, you have to understand and define how the other person views honesty. How do they define honesty? Because honesty ain't the same for everybody. Like, how does the other person define or even receive honesty? Because people always say, yeah, I want somebody to be real with me, somebody that's honest with me. All that sounds good, but it ain't true. Because you say you want somebody to be real with you, but the way you respond to realness doesn't correlate.
My man talking.
You don't keep the same energy receiving the realness as you do when you're giving it. You say you want honesty, but you don't create the space for honesty to happen. You say you want honesty, but you judge people and look at them different based off of what they tell you. Your response to honesty doesn't correlate with your desire for it. People have a standard for how they want honesty to be given, but don't have a standard for how they receive it. All of their reactions and responses to honesty is subjective. But to be honest about that, it's not that you want honesty, but you want a certain type of honesty. You don't really want honesty, you just don't want to be lied to. You don't want to be deceived, bamboozled, manipulated. But when it comes to being real with you, it depends. You don't really want the transparency, but you also don't want the deception. You don't want to be lied to, but you also don't want the bluntness either. You want the honesty that makes you feel better, but you don't want the honesty that don't care about feelings, because truth don't care about your feelings. A lot of people are too defensive to have a standard for honesty, too insecure to have a standard for honesty, too judgmental for honesty. So you have to find out, how does that other person view honesty? Because it can be different. And you know, another definition that people need to establish in their relationships, I believe, before you even get married to someone, both of y'all need to know, what does try mean? What is your definition of trying?
Talk.
What does it look like? Because what I've seen to notice when it comes to divorces and breakups is that both people come to this interesting revelation that they both have two completely different definitions of what trying means. And that definition make or break that relationship. You don't even realize that you realize it. At that point is when you realize that the word try is subjective. Y'all thought y'all had a mutual understanding of effort until it was time for effort. I think that before y'all really get serious, you have to be observing and discerning and paying attention to what trying looks like to that person. When they are committed to something, how hard do they try? Even if it's not successful, how hard do they try? Because usually, if two people try at the same effort, it usually comes out with a better result, unless they're just trying to be negative. That happens too. But if there's a common goal and both of y'all are trying at the same effort, then there's usually a better result. But if one person is trying harder than the other person, it ain't gonna work. Somebody is going to get frustrated. Resentment is going to happen. So what does honesty mean and what does try mean? Just a little food for thought. But try to be honest and leave y'all perspective down below. Tell me what y'all think. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.